Hello friends, welcome to this session on mobile app development. A quick introduction to what mobile app development is using Android Studio. The theoretical aspects will be covered here in this session. So what to expect and what are the takeaways? A brief introduction to the Android, the features, the, and its important highlights, the architecture of Android SDK, what are its important components, an introduction to the Android Studio, and finally the installation steps. Without any delay, let's get started. So, what is Android? Android is the world's most popular and dominant mobile operating system. Nowadays, everybody, each and everyone uses a smartphone, and most of it is installed with an Android operating system. It is based on the Linux kernel and it is open source. It's freely available, so why should one pay and go for a proprietary operating system? Hence, Android has become so popular. It runs on a variety of hardwares, which includes the smartphones, smartwatches, cars, televisions, cameras, game consoles, and whatnot. And many more, the list just goes on. Well, who's behind this? It is Andy Rubin and his three friends who founded Android in October 2003. Later, Google acquired it in August 2005. Why is Android so popular? Here I just want to give you few important reasons, things which you may not be aware of, which tells us why Android is so very popular. You may even be an Android user, you should be knowing this. Over 1 billion users with over 1.5 million activations happen every day. Over 200 million smartphones which runs on an Android operating systems are sold every year. Over 1.43 million applications or apps are freely available. The smartphone operating system market share, about 76% of it is from the Android operating system. Thousands and thousands of third-party libraries are freely available. You can make use of it. There is the free SDK, there's a lot of emulators, you have an integrated developer environment, which is the IDE. Everything is freely available. No restrictions, you can access everything and anything. Why not? A quicker access also makes it most famous and popular. If you are a developer, just imagine you can develop your own app, distribute them through various stores like the Google Play Store or the Amazon App Store. So, what are the important features of Android? Many of its components have the reuse and the replace technology. Android makes use of the Dalvik virtual machine, which is called the DVM. It has got an integrated browser and has a very good optimized graphics. It makes use of SQLite, which is the database, and provides very good media support. Android supports all kinds of latest technologies like the 2G, the 3G, and other wireless technologies like the GSM, the Bluetooth, the Edge, and Wi-Fi. You can know or access the camera, the global positioning system, the GPS, the compass, the accelerometer, and so many, and the list just goes on. The moral of the story is Android definitely provides a very good, rich development environment which nobody else provides. So here I just want to point out the Android platform, the layers that are there in the Android SDK. So on the top we have the applications, a core set of applications, and then we have an application framework. We have a set of libraries, and then comes the fourth layer, which is the hardware abstraction kernel layer, and finally the Linux kernel. So these five important important layers are the components of the Android SDK. So without much delay, let's quickly jump in to see what these components stand for and what are their important role in the Android SDK. So the applications in the application framework. Applications, or commonly called as apps, are ones which are found and installed and comes along with the Android mobile operating system. If you have an Android phone with you right now, just open and see how many apps are already there in your phone. They come along with the Android operating system free of cost, which could include an email client, an SMS program, a calendar. You can access the maps. You can just open up a web browser. You can look at the contacts. There are a lot more, and the list just goes on. So all these applications are written in the Java programming language. So if you want to develop an app using Android Studio, I think it's high time that you just learn the fundamentals of Java, because you are going to do all the coding part only in the Java programming language. So if that is the application, what is the application framework? The second important component of the Android SDK is the application framework. The Android provides an open development framework, a platform where developers is given the ability to build very rich, new and innovative applications all by themselves. Developers are free to take advantage of the device's hardware, its location. You can run some background services, you can set alarms, you can make notifications, and many more. Why not give a try now? It provides a set of services, systems, there are views, there are a whole lot of tools available, components, a list of toolboxes where you can change there are lists, there are grids, there are text boxes, a set of buttons are there, and so many, and definitely I want to highlight an embedded web browser is also provided. There are content providers, there are resource managers. If you want to provide a notification, make use of the notification manager. If you want to develop an app which makes use of an SMS service, you will have to use the SMS manager. And every activity is monitored by the activity manager. So we have a whole lot of application framework which manages the entire life cycle of all applications that run in the Android mobile operating system. So what are the libraries? Android comes with a powerful bundle of libraries. We have the System C library, we have the media libraries which support playback and recording of many audio video formats. We have the Service Manager for different layouts, for 2D and 3D graphical layers in various applications. We have a library which is called the libwebcore, where the web browser, which is a powerful engine, it provides a very quick embedded web browser for viewing the apps. We have the 3D libraries, which provides an optimized software rasterizer, and definitely the 3D libraries implementation is only based on OpenGL. We have SQLite, which is the common, lightweight and most powerful RDBMS, the relational database engine, which is available to all applications. So these are some of the libraries that Android SDK supports. Of course, there are many more. The Android runtime is very, very unique, and every student or any person who's making use of the Android SDK should know this. Android uses a set or a core library set which provides very good functionalities, very much similar to the Java programming language. You may be aware that Initially, I told you that in order to develop an app in the Android Studio, you should be knowing Java. Yes, many of the core libraries of Java language are also available in the Android library set. Every Android application runs its own process with an instance of the Dalvik virtual machine, which is the DVM. The Dalvik has been written such that a device can run multiple virtual machines efficiently. The Dalvik virtual machine executes files which is of the format .dex, and it is optimized for minimal memory and occupies very less memory. The important highlight of the DVM is that it is register based and not stack based. And it also depends on the Linux kernel, which we found to be the last component or the lower layer in the Android SDK. For functionalities such as threading, memory management, Dalvik VM or the DVM relies on the Linux kernel. So if you can see this, you will be able to find out that a Java source code or a Java file with an extension .java is converted into a Java bytecode file with an extension .class or a class file using the Java compiler or generally the Java C. And the .class file is converted or translated into a .dex file by the DEX translator. So the .dex file is the Dalvik executable code or the Dalvik's executable bytecode. And that is only interpreted by the Dalvik virtual machine. So please remember, every Android application runs its own instance of the Dalvik virtual machine. An important part of the Android component is the Android manifest. Every Android app includes a file called the Android manifest.xml. This file describes much of the functionality of that particular app. The manifest specifies the app's activities, the services it is making use of, the permissions that the app requires for executing, what is the minimum API that is required for executing the app, what are the hardware features that are needed, maybe does it require a camera or any other external library that is linked with this particular app. All these details are included in the file called Android manifest.xml, which is the app manifest, which is very, very important and every developer should be aware of it. So coming to the last component called the Linux kernel. So the Linux kernel 2.6 is the one on which Android depends for its core services, such as its security part, the memory management part, the process management for the network stack, and of course, definitely for all its driver model. The kernel actually acts as an abstraction layer between the hardware part and the software stack. So before we wind up, let's quickly see what the versions of Android are. So we saw what is the component or the important components of the Android SDK. Now let's quickly see what the versions of Android are. Many of us know that the Android versions were named from A to Z, starting from A. So it was Alpha, then Beta, and then came the Android 1.5, which is called Cupcake. Then Android 1.6, Donut, Android 2.0 and 2.1 as Eclair, Android 2.2 as Freo, 2.3 is gingerbread, 3.0 and 3.1 is honeycomb, Android 4.0 as ice cream sandwich, Android 4.1, 4.2 and 4.3 were called jelly bean, Android 4.4 was called KitKat, Android 5.0 was called Lollipop, 6.0 was Marshmallow, 7.0 was Nougat, 8.0 was Oreo, 9.0 was Spy. So you can see A, B, C, D up to P. And then later, Android was named as Android 10 and Android 11. So in September 2019, Android 10.0 came, and in September 2020 came Android 11. Hopefully in 2024, we are expecting a newer release, Android 12 from the Google. So coming to the installation of the Android Studio. In order to install Android Studio or Android or any of its components, we need to install Android Development Kit or the Java JDK. So JDK can be downloaded for your operating system, maybe be it Windows or Linux. You can install it and download the JDK at http://java.oracle.com. So once you get your JDK installed, you can download the Android SDK from http://developer.android.com. So that is the simplest one, and I've given you this link. Please make use of it, and you can install the entire Android Studio bundle. So of course there are a number of alternatives that are available. If you already have Eclipse installed, of course the Eclipse installation I've not shown, you can always download it from any other site. If you have Eclipse installed, then you can install the Android SDK tool just as a plugin and happily start using the Android Studio. Thanks for now. See you in the next video, where I will be teaching you more on how to develop an app using the Android Studio. Thanks for learning with me. This is Esther Hanna signing off.